Hey, hey. I think we're going. No? Hopefully we're going. Just a bit of delay. Hopefully that was all captured on film and it was awesome.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for joining us for another post-credit show. I'm your host, Ronnie Williams.
And I'm Surge, the Urge for Surge.
Hey, Surge. Yes, there were some post-credit scenes.
Were they? I left as soon as the thing.
First one was with Ryan Reynolds, and he was in a body, like a room full of dead bodies. He's like, oh, there's another virus. And it seemed like he was just riffing.
Who's Ryan Reynolds?
Deadpool, Green Lantern.
Oh, okay.
He was in the movie.
In Shaw and Hobbs? Was he the guy that was he was like communicating between Hobbs and Shaw?
He was the agent. He was the agent that recruited.
At the diner, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I did see him there.
Okay, good.
I'm like, he looks familiar, but I don't know from where.
Okay. Gwen already chiming in. Cool action scenes.
It's a big action movie.
Yes, big action movie. We're going to talk about it along with other Fast and the Furious movies. How soon should people see Hobbs and Shaw?
I'm going to say watch it in theaters.
Okay. Even though last week you said don't watch it on VHS.
Which one?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I didn't say VHS.
We'll watch it
I said
at
on
home.
Netflix. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but with a microscope and... I'm gonna never let that go.
Why?
Because
it's
doesn't
such
make
a
any
long,
sense.
boring movie.
How dare you? I loved it.
I loved it too, but you gotta watch it at home.
I go back and watch our last video. His logic is flawless, but I like poking fun at him.
Yeah.
I also say see Hobbs and Shaw this month. Deserves to be seen on the big screen. Popcorn, if it's in your diet budget. If you have enough Weight Watchers points.
It's entertaining.
Yeah, entertaining. I found out where Samoa is.
I know where Samoa is.
I didn't. I thought it actually meant Hawaii.
And I knew that word they were using. I don't. It's not a big spoiler.
Okay.
They used the word Uzo.
Oh yeah.
And if you're Samoan from Fiji or from Tonga, which are all those little islands, they call each other Uz. Uzos. So I was like, Uzo. I'm like, oh, Uzo, what's up, Uzo? Like, it's like, what's up, dude, you know?
Okay. Because the subtitles, I think, said brothers.
Yeah. It's like, means like brother, like cousin, or like family member.
Okay, cool. So we want to throw up the spoiler warning and dive in?
Well, wait. What was up with the post-credit scene? That was it?
Oh, there was another one. Basically, just Hobbs arranged for Shaw to get picked up by the cops. Like, Shaw's sitting in a bar having a pint, and the cops are surrounding him. And, like, Hobbs called him on the phone and is gloating, and he's about to work out, kind of like the beginning of the film.
Okay.
But, yeah, I thought it was a little weird. Like, maybe some of our loyal viewers can tell us, like, wasn't Shaw the bad guy of 7?
That's exactly what I was going to bring up, but let's put up the spoilers and then we'll get up.
Spoilers.
All right. So, The Rock and Jason.
We're officially in spoilers.
All right.
Go ahead.
So, in the 7th one, Jason is the bad guy.
Yeah, because in the 6th one, his brother was the bad guy. Some other Shaw that they never once mentioned in the entirety of Hobbs and Shaw, which I was like, what?
I was still waiting for Ludacris to come out, but he didn't come out.
Yeah, apparently Tyrese was super pissed about this film because, the Fast and Furious is how he gets paid.
Okay.
And they're like, we don't want Tyrese.
Okay.
Yeah.
I the one I've been wanting to see is the Tokyo Drift. I haven't seen that one.
Right, yeah, when they finally actually started to turn, because those early Fast and Furious movies, they just race in a straight line. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, I think in Too Fast, Too Furious, they did a sweet jump onto a boat, but that was about it.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't even turn.
They talk more about the Nas.
Yeah, NOS and gear shifting and yeah.
I believe I was like 15 when the first one came out.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been like 19 years.
Fast and Furious, man.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's funny, for a while there, I think Fast and Furious 7 was the highest grossing movie in China.
Wow.
Like, the Chinese love these films.
Well, yeah, they have cool cars. You know?
Yeah.
What more do you want? But it went from a movie that was based on racing
Right, yeah.
to like a movie about action.
Like, the fifth one was like a crime heist.
Okay.
And then later on, they became like the Mission Impossible squad and doing missions.
Well, yeah.
Like the Hobbs and Shaw felt like the most Mission Impossible-y ever.
Yeah.
And not just because that one actress was in the last Mission Impossible movie.
Oh.
What was the last Mission Impossible? Fallout? Yeah, it was Fallout. And that actress...
Was it the one that he goes into that water tank and then he like...
No, that was 2 movies ago. That was... I don't know what that one was.
I don't know. I haven't seen it then.
Yeah, but Mission Impossible, great movie series, and I think the Fast and Furious are really strongly borrowing from those. You know, there's some sort of doomsday device, MacGuffin they have to get, and this one, it was a virus, you know, and they need made-up technology, you know.
They're spreading the spectrum of like, it went from a racing movie to like a heist, and now it's a Mission Impossible.
Yeah, yeah. I think they are Mission Impossible, and Jason Statham brought like the James Bond-esque stuff, you know. And there was a supervillain.
Like that one looked like Charlie's Angels, the little box that talked. It was just the robot boys.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, the little Charlie's Angels vibe.
And,
just you know, a faceless, you know, voice in the background. And I'm like wondering, okay, who is that supposed to be, and why does it relate to, you know, The Rock? Watch it be Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh no!
It would be funny if it was another pro wrestler.
Oh my God, Batista. Batista
would be good.
Stuber.
Yeah.
Gwen says, I thought it was funny how they would talk smack to each other. The chemistry was definitely there.
Yeah. The one joke that got a little old for me is how they kept saying how small Jason Statham was compared to The Rock. I mean, Jason Statham seems like average height, and he's just small compared to The Rock.
Well, how big is he?
I don't know.
I'm going to say he's like 5'10".
He could be as short as 5'6", but still, that's relatively average. But, you know, like, I don't know. That joke wore a little old on me, mostly because it was pointed out to me by a reviewer, and I had to, oh, he is 5'10".
See, I nailed it, 5'10".
We're the same height.
There you go. He's not small at all.
So, yeah. So, that joke, him being small, Gwen says, I thought Kevin Hart was funny in his part 2. That was pretty great. I liked Kevin Hart just showing up, and he's like, hey, you know, we could be the 3.
I'm in my throne.
Like, yeah. Kevin Hart's in a lot of Rock movies, you know. It's funny, the only Rock Kevin Hart movie I've actually seen is Jumanji, which the sequel is coming out Christmas.
I haven't seen the first one.
The first one's good, man. It's fun. It might be the only good video game movie.
Oh, that's a video game, Jumanji? I thought it was a board game.
So it's it starts off as a board game, and like the kid who finds it is like, oh, this is stupid, and then he wakes up and it's turned into like a little like Sega Genesis cartridge, and he puts in his system and he gets sucked into the game.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, there's a lot of video game elements in the thing. Like they have 3 hearts, like hit points, and yeah, great movie. I can't wait to discuss it later in the year.
Okay. I've seen the Robin Williams one.
Yeah, I like the Robin Williams one too. What year is this?
Wow, Wow, how old is that movie?
That's
1994
yeah, it's like mid '90s. It's right in there.
somewhere.
Yeah, like there's a meme where they take Alan with the full beard, and he's like, "What year is this?" And like one of the recent posters was like Toy Story, Lion King, and Aladdin were the posters.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, "What year is this?" Because all those movies are old.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jumanji, but Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw.
I think these kind of movies, these action movies, are kind of obsolete. They don't really make these movies anymore.
Do they?
I don't think so.
I mean,
Like brain dead action movies that don't make sense. No? I think it was something that happened like long time ago.
like, okay, I get where you're coming at. Like the ones where like they, like if you don't look too hard at it. Like it was like the middle of the night. For the final fight scene, it was the middle of the night, and then it was like sunrise, and then it's full daylight, and then it was raining. Like a thunderstorm came in 5 minutes. Like
Yeah.
it was ridiculous.
I mean, there's a scene where The Rock grabs the guy from the bike and he slams him onto like the wall.
Right.
I'm like, come on, dude. If you really slammed him to the wall, it would have taken your arm too. I was like,
Yeah. Another thing is like the girl jumps from a vehicle moving this way, the Rock's moving this way, and he grabs her, and neither one of their shoulders dislocates.
Exactly.
Like her wrist would have snapped or something.
Yep. Yep. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's very silly,
But that's Fast and the Furious itself. Like, there's one where Dom is trying to save Letty, and like she's flying through the air because like a tank hit something, and so Dom smashes his car for him to go flying. He catches her in midair and puts her back on the highway. Like it is Looney Tunes, straight up Looney Tunes at times.
Yeah.
Like it's superhero movies, except their superpower is cars. Like every car is the Batmobile.
Yeah.
So I get where you're coming from, but we were just comparing it to Mission Impossible. So they this does fit into the high action, explosions all the time movies.
Well, I was thinking of more like James Bond, but like James Bond, like
Oh, the dumber James Bonds?
no, the more current ones.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they exaggerate the stunts that much in James Bond.
Okay.
And this one, I felt like it was silly,
Very silly. Yeah, I could see what you're getting at, but Mission Impossible, it gets silly at times. Like you said when Tom Cruise was underwater for that long time, he's like dead, and then he's revived, and he's like, "No, I wasn't dead. What are you talking about?" And Simon Pegg, comic relief. I miss Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
Actually, he's in the television series on Amazon called The Boys as just like a side character.
Okay.
And he's doing an American accent.
Oh my.
I'm having a hard time getting through The Boys, to be honest.
What boys?
It's a Amazon Prime show where it's if superheroes were complete jerks and like just murdering people. Like
yeah, I heard about that
yeah.
show. Yeah, if the superheroes were villains, right? Or
if they were,
just bad.
right, because absolute power corrupts absolutely, and like one of them who's like the Flash, like he's super fast, he runs through a lady and she just splatters.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get on that show. You're like the second person who recommends it.
But I'm having a hard time getting through it though. Like it's not. I'm not binging it.
Oh, okay.
So, we forgot to go over this. You saw a movie, another movie this week, right? The Art of Self-Defense.
The Art of Self-Defense.
Starring Jesse Eisenberg. How was that?
It was like that other zombie movie. What's it called?
Zombieland?
No, not Zombieland.
Shaun of the Dead.
No.
Dawn of the Dead.
No.
Night of the Living. Dang it! You tricked me. That's not fair.
No. The more current one that came out this year.
Oh, the movie that you saw. The Dead Don't Die.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird and obscure, you know?
Okay.
So it starts out good, and then, like, it just starts, like, losing,
Okay.
getting tasteless, you know?
Okay. Hobbs and Shaw. So any other points you enjoyed? What do you think of the new characters? They added Shaw's sister, who was like, secret, service SWAT team lady, framed for stealing, as a terrorist and killing her own people. Basically, Byrne noticed.
Her acting was pretty good. She's really pretty.
Yeah, I thought she did a good job. Like you're saying, cartoony. Like there's a point where Jason Statham just makes out with some lady, and she's like reacting to it. It's like
what? What
right?
is he
Like
doing?
it's like an overreaction. I'm like, okay,
What?
This is a kids movie.
Yeah.
Like just
Was
like,
it rated PG-13? It was rated PG-13.
Yeah, it had to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like it's funny, it's hard for movies with guns to be PG-13, but you saw like most of the guns were like futuristic guns. Like lasers are okay, and as long as you don't show blood splatter, it keeps PG-13. And flamethrowers are okay for some reason, and axes and swords are okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what do you think of the final stand though on Samoa?
I thought it was great.
Yeah?
Where he comes out without a shirt, and then
Yeah, he starts without a shirt and then he puts on his shirt mid-battle.
okay,
Yeah.
whatever you want, Rock, no problem.
Right. And I think the reason he put on his shirt later because it was too hard to film without the shirt. Plus, it was also daylight, so you'd get a terrible sunburn.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, it's funny. Like when it's like action scenes, like they'll make people wear certain clothes so it's easier to film around.
Uh-huh.
So like if it's just hand-to-hand combat, sure he can be shirtless. But if he's swinging off the back of a car, you only get some of those shots once, or maybe it's CGI'd, and you don't want to animate all those glistening muscles.
Yeah. Oh my God. Gwen says, I saw an interview with The Rock that his mother was really touched and crying with the scene with the war chant.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And, and like the bad guys were just standing there like, what the hell?
Uso.
Usos. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah. But, okay. Where does the haka take place? I thought that's like a New Zealand thing.
No, I don't know what that is.
A haka, so I think it's the New Zealand All Blacks before a soccer match. They'll do a haka, which is a Maori war dance, and like it's like they'll be like this and like just doing obscene gestures to the other team. Like and they're like
They start hitting each other in the chest.
No.
I've seen a video like that
Yeah.
on Facebook. They're like,
I
he's
don't
giving
know.
him the hype, and then the dad's like hitting him on the chest, like. It's like, like to pump you up.
Right, yeah, that's exactly it.
Get the testosterone going.
So probably not the haka.
I don't know.
But war dances are cool.
Yeah. I mean, I like the weapons they had. They were like old school.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, well, yeah, if I hit you with one of these, you're going to go down. Like,
Right. And then they made metal ones because why not?
and why would his brother have the ability to fix a
Yeah,
A
why
very
would
advanced-
mechanic. Yeah, that was odd. And that poor scientist guy just got his neck broke.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Right, The Rock is Samoan. I know that.
Yeah. We know he's Samoan.
I was just, just the war chant reminded me of the haka, which is New Zealand. Yup.
And you said Batista was Filipino.
Yeah, he's part Filipino.
He's Filipino. Okay.
Yeah. But I think Jason Momoa is also Samoan.
Who?
Jason Momoa, Aquaman.
Oh, okay. What about Jason?
Like Freddy versus Jason?
No.
Jason Statham?
Uh huh.
British.
He's British.
Yeah, he's British. Well, you never saw like he cut his teeth in Driver films. It was just called Driver, and like he was like the wheels man for crime, and then he always got, jammed up in a bigger thing. Like he opened the trunk once of a car, and like there was a girl in there, so suddenly he has to save her.
Uh-huh.
And like one of the fight scenes, like oil spilled all over the floor, right? And so he breaks the pedals off a bicycle, and like they are like strap-in bicycle things. So he's just doing kicks all over the oil, and everybody's slipping everywhere. But since he has the bicycle pedals on his feet, for some reason he doesn't slip.
Oh my god!
As I'm saying it, I'm like, wait, he'd still slip all over the place.
Yeah, he'll slip even more.
Right. Less surface area.
Aye.
It looked cool in the movie, though. Oh, I haven't seen Spy with Melissa McCarthy, but apparently Jason Statham's really good in it.
I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah, he plays like the, clean-cut spy, the professional, and she's like the goofball.
I haven't even heard of that movie.
Yeah, it was a couple years ago, maybe 4 or 5. It's been a while.
My favorite Jason movie is Crank.
Oh, Crank is ridiculous.
I love Crank, the first one. I
Yeah.
thought Crank was a really good film.
Yeah, a little insane.
Yeah, it's insane, but it's really fun.
Right. So he's given a poison where if he doesn't keep his blood pumping, he's gonna die.
Yeah.
And so he just keeps doing all these insane things just to keep his blood pumping. I love it when he goes to the convenience store and just like pounds energy drink and like pep pills and no-dos and just crazy stuff. Yeah, Gwen definitely recommends seeing Spy. She says it's hilarious.
You know that girl in that first Crank movie, the Asian girl that she gets electrocuted?
I don't remember.
I don't remember. I forgot her name. But I
Okay.
saw her at one of the events. My friend's like, that's her, that's her. I'm like, who? And he's like, her. And I'm like, how do people recognize these people? I can't recognize anybody.
I am really bad at it. Like I think everybody looks like everybody, and then turns out, oh, that's not Jonah Hill.
Oh.
It was mentioned in the movie, Jason Statham movie I like is The Italian Job, and like The Rock's like, oh, look at this little car, and he's like, oh yeah, I used that for an Italian job.
Yeah.
I was like,
oh man. Oh, I didn't catch that one. I missed that one.
Yeah.
And now it just flew past me that one.
Right. No, he said we used that for a job in Italy. Like,
Yeah, for a job. Yeah. Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what is he talking about.
Yeah, Italian Job's good. It has Mark Wahlberg and Charlize Theron along with Jason Statham in it.
Mm-hmm.
Fun little heist movie.
It's a classic.
Well, it's a remake
Oh.
of a classic.
Oh, okay.
I'd say it's just fun. Worth seeing. Favorite Rock movies while we're talking.
The Rock. I haven't seen him in any good movie.
Jumanji definitely up there. Like, I think that's his most solid movie. He was in a Disney contract for a while. And it's funny, while watching this, I was like, wait a minute, is this the one where he's a pro football player and he turns out he has a young daughter? Because, like, I missed it somewhere. Hobbs has a daughter? Was that in 7?
I don't remember it in 7, no.
Maybe someone in the comments could tell us. But yeah, it was like, poof, Hobbs has a daughter.
Well, okay. No. Yeah, my favorite scene too was where Brian came back and he said,
Who's Brian?
The Paul Walker, No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. Poor taste, man. Too soon.